Hello and welcome back to Viral News Headquarters. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. On February 10, 2024, a chilling act of violence shook the state of Pennsylvania. Sonia McKnight, a respected judge, shot her boyfriend Michael McCoy in the head while he slept. This wasn't a random act of violence, it was a calculated attempt to end a life. McKnight and McCoy had been dating for a year, and when McCoy tried to end the relationship, McKnight resorted to violence. This horrific act sent shockwaves through the community and became a stark reminder of the hidden dangers that can lurk within seemingly ordinary relationships. The details of the case are disturbing. Imagine waking up to a sharp pain in your head, only to discover that the person you trusted most in the world had tried to kill you. That's the terrifying reality Michael McCoy faced. McKnight, sworn to uphold the law, had become a perpetrator herself, shattering the trust placed upon her. This case is a stark reminder that domestic violence can affect anyone, regardless of their profession or social standing. This act of violence had severe consequences for McCoy. He survived the shooting but suffered life-altering injuries. The bullet caused permanent blindness in one of his eyes, a constant reminder of the traumatic event. But the physical scars are just one part of the story. The emotional and psychological trauma McCoy endured is immeasurable. The betrayal by someone he loved and trusted has undoubtedly left deep emotional scars. McKnight's actions after the shooting were even more chilling. Instead of taking responsibility for her actions, she tried to manipulate the situation. She attempted to convince McCoy that he had shot himself, a desperate attempt to escape accountability. This manipulation speaks volumes about her character and the lengths she was willing to go to cover up her crime. It's a chilling reminder of the control and manipulation that often characterize abusive relationships. The justice system moved swiftly in McKnight's case. The evidence against her was overwhelming, and after a short deliberation, the jury reached a guilty verdict. She was convicted of attempted murder and aggravated assault. The speed at which the jury reached their decision, deliberating for only 2 hours after 2 days of testimony, reflects the strength of the evidence against her. It also speaks to the jury's clear understanding of the severity of her crime. Despite the guilty verdict, the question remains, can true justice ever be achieved in a case like this? While the legal system may have punished McKnight for her actions, it cannot erase the pain and suffering she inflicted upon McCoy. The physical and emotional scars he carries will likely linger for a lifetime. This case highlights the limitations of the justice system in addressing the profound and lasting impact of domestic violence. The trial revealed several disturbing aspects of the case. McKnight's defense team argued that the highest concentration of gunpowder residue was found on McCoy's hands, suggesting he had shot himself. However, this argument was quickly dismantled by McCoy's consistent testimony, maintaining his innocence. The prosecution effectively highlighted the fact that McCoy was the only other person present at the time of the shooting, and his injuries were consistent with being shot by another individual. McKnight's bail was set at a staggering $3 million after the verdict, reflecting the severity of the charges against her. She was immediately taken into custody, stripped of her freedom, as she awaited sentencing. Her career as a judge was effectively over, her actions irrevocably tarnishing her reputation and undermining the very institution she represented. This case served as a stark reminder that no one is above the law, and the consequences of such violence are far-reaching. The tragic case of Sonia McKnight and Michael McCoy is a stark reminder that domestic violence can affect anyone, anywhere. It's a pervasive issue that transcends socioeconomic backgrounds, professions, and ages. It's crucial to remember that domestic violence doesn't always manifest as physical abuse. It can take many forms, including emotional, verbal, financial, and psychological abuse. One of the most critical aspects of preventing domestic violence is recognizing the warning signs early on. These signs can be subtle and easily dismissed, but it's vital to pay attention to red flags in any relationship. Unhealthy jealousy, possessiveness, controlling behavior, isolation from friends and family, and constant put-downs are all warning signs that should never be ignored. It's important to understand that domestic violence often escalates over time. What might begin as seemingly harmless verbal disagreements can quickly spiral into emotional abuse and eventually physical violence. This is why it's crucial to address unhealthy relationship patterns early on, before they escalate into something dangerous. If you recognize any of these warning signs in your own relationship or someone you know, seeking help is essential. Remember, you are not alone. there are numerous resources available to help individuals in unhealthy or abusive relationships. Reaching out to a trusted friend or family member, contacting a domestic violence hotline, or seeking professional help from a therapist can provide support, guidance, and a path towards safety. The cycle of violence is a dangerous pattern that can be difficult to break. It often starts with a period of tension building, followed by an explosive incident. After the incident, there's often a period of remorse or a honeymoon phase, where the abuser may apologize, promise to change, or shower their victim with affection. However, this phase is often short-lived and the cycle begins anew. Breaking this cycle requires courage, support, and a commitment to change. For victims of domestic violence, it's essential to prioritize their safety. This may involve creating a safety plan, seeking a protective order, or removing themselves from the abusive situation. Leaving an abusive relationship can be a challenging and dangerous step, and seeking support from domestic violence organizations is crucial. For those who recognize abusive tendencies within themselves, seeking professional help is paramount. Therapy can help individuals understand the root causes of their anger and develop healthier coping mechanisms for managing conflict and emotions. It's never too late to break the cycle of violence and learn healthier ways of interacting in relationships. Preventing domestic violence requires a multifaceted approach. Education is key. Teaching young people about healthy relationships, consent, and conflict resolution is crucial. Bystander intervention training can also empower individuals to recognize warning signs and intervene safely in potentially abusive situations. Creating a culture where domestic violence is not tolerated and seeking help is encouraged is essential for preventing future tragedies. Thank you for watching. See you next time.